Welcome back to Chess Thoughts, where we explore the boundaries of thought and challenge the status quo. Today, we're diving into a concept that's often spoken about, but rarely practiced to its full potential: thinking outside the box. We've all heard the phrase, but what does it really mean to step outside the familiar? Why do so many of us stay confined to the same patterns of thought, even when they no longer serve us? And most importantly, how can we break free and elevate the way we think? In this episode, we'll explore the limitations of conventional thinking, the power of creativity and innovation, and practical ways to push beyond our mental boundaries. Let's start with the box itself. What is it? The box represents the boundaries of our current thinking. It's shaped by our upbringing, education, culture, and experiences. These boundaries give us a sense of comfort. They're familiar, predictable, and safe. But they can also be limiting. When we keep thinking at the same level, we keep producing the same results. It's like walking in a circle and expecting to end up somewhere new. Whether it's in our personal lives, careers, or creative pursuits, staying in the box often means staying stuck. So, why do we stay there? One reason is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Another reason is habit. It's easier to stick to what we know than to venture into uncharted territory. But here's the truth. All progress, all innovation, all breakthroughs happen outside the box. One of the keys to thinking outside the box is realizing that the box itself is an illusion. Let's take a moment to reflect on some of history's greatest innovators. People like Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Steve Jobs, or Maya Angelou. What set them apart wasn't just their talent. It was their ability to see beyond the obvious, to question assumptions, and to challenge the norms of their time. Einstein once said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." This simple, yet profound statement reminds us that new solutions require new perspectives. So how do we elevate our thinking? How do we move from linear, habitual thought patterns to a more expansive, creative mindset? The first step is to embrace curiosity. Curiosity is the foundation of all creative thought. When we ask questions, why does this work this way? What if we tried it another way? Is there something I'm not seeing? We begin to break free from rigid thinking. Children are naturally curious. They see the world with fresh eyes, unburdened by assumptions. But as we grow older, we often lose that sense of wonder. We stop asking why and start accepting things as they are. To think outside the box, we need to reconnect with our inner child. Ask questions, challenge assumptions, be willing to look foolish. Because sometimes the most ridiculous ideas lead to the most extraordinary breakthroughs. The second step is to surround yourself with diverse perspectives. We often gravitate toward people who think like us. It's comfortable and affirming. But when everyone around you shares the same perspective, your thinking becomes an echo chamber. Seek out people with different backgrounds, experiences, and ideas. Listen to their stories, learn from their viewpoints, and let their insights challenge your own. Diversity of thought is like oxygen for creativity. It forces you to see the world in new ways and opens doors to possibilities you might never have considered. The third step is to take risks. Thinking outside the box requires a willingness to fail. It's about trying new things, experimenting, and learning from mistakes. Imagine a painter standing before a blank canvas. If they only stick to familiar strokes and colors, they might create something nice, but never something groundbreaking. To create a masterpiece, they have to be willing to make bold choices, even if it means ruining the canvas along the way. Life is the same. If we want to elevate our thinking, we have to embrace uncertainty and take bold steps, even when success isn't guaranteed. Finally, to think outside the box, we must cultivate stillness. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information: news, social media, emails, notifications. Our minds are so cluttered that we rarely have the space to think deeply or creatively. But some of the greatest ideas emerge in moments of quiet. When we step away from the noise and allow ourselves to reflect, we create room for inspiration to strike. So take a walk, meditate, or simply sit in silence. Let your mind wander. You might be surprised at the insights that emerge when you give yourself the space to think. Thinking outside the box isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. It's about questioning the status quo, embracing curiosity, seeking diverse perspectives, taking risks, and finding moments of stillness. When we elevate our thinking, we elevate our lives. We open ourselves to new possibilities, new solutions, and new ways of being. So, as you go about your day, I challenge you to step outside the familiar. Ask a new question, try a new approach, take a step into the unknown, because that's where growth and greatness truly begin. Thank you for joining me on this journey of reflection. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little nudge to think outside their own box. And let's keep exploring together. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and remember, the only limits are the ones we place on ourselves.